here.
Say what?
I got stones to see.
Yeah, you still try to, bro. Don't let people see the camera that you. I will fire you.
Morning unity. Hey, I'm so glad to be back with y'all in service. Just in time to say goodbye to all the Christmas decor after church. Those of you that can stay, please do. And in time to bring in 2024. So we're going to do this song that I wrote for the church some time back. And it's called Renew for 2024. You guys remember this? Refresh, restore this temple, renew, then rebuild, restore our people, renew. It's a time to give to the hope we want to live. It's a time to start our new beginning again. Pick up where we left off, then start to refresh. Put your hands together. Our temple renew, yeah, renew, then rebuild, restore our people, renew. It's a time to climb another mountain, a time to think about how we're living inside the letters of our times, and start then rebuild, restore our people, renew, renew. It's time to refresh, restore this temple, renew, renew and rebuild, restore our people, renew, 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 y'all.
Thank you so much, Rachel. What an appropriate song for the new 2024. Renew, restart, refresh. Good morning. My name is LD Carter, and I'm your celebration assistant this morning. Welcome to Unity, where we offer a positive path of spiritual living. So glad you're with us in this new 2024. Just a few things to share with you. And did I just do that? All right. Speaking of renewing, it's time to renew our membership, or your membership here at Unity on Greenville. You know, this is an annual thing for us. In fact, you can do that today if you're here. One of the ways we do that is that you can go out into the lobby here. There's a row of clipboards on the table just outside the door here. It has the membership list. Find your name, initial your name if you wish to renew your membership, and you're done. Okay, so it's just that easy. So if you'll take care of that, that's going to lead us up to our annual meeting where we do the business of our congregation. So we just want to get our membership numbers updated. Also, if there's any of your information, your contact information, address, phone, if you would also write that in, we'll get that entered into the system so we can have that updated as well. This time I know that was not me. Thank you, Valerie. Coming up, one of our favorite things to do is to gather. And we're going to be doing that on the 21st. That's our potluck Sunday. And we will do that right after the celebration service on the 21st upstairs in the upper room. It's potluck, so bring a side dish or entree, whatever you feel like bringing, and join us upstairs. And if you get here and you forgot to bring anything on the 21st, don't worry about it. Come upstairs anyway. We've always got plenty of food. And we just look forward to fellowshipping with you. So it's a great meet and greet time. So plan on potluck. Let's see what happens this time. Ta-da. All these Christmas decorations are fabulous. In fact, I even love mine at home, but we're in the process of taking them down. So guess what? They got to eventually come down here as well. Otherwise, the neighbors will talk. It's the 4th of July, and Unity still hasn't taken down their Christmas decorations. So we're going to do that today after the celebration service. Lunch is going to be provided. So hang around if you're able to and help in that process. We'd appreciate it. We have a wonderful service that you can take advantage of. It is available on YouTube, so you can go to or subscribe to the Unity on Greenville YouTube site and go there. And our media person has posted a number of meditation pieces, thoughts, but a great place, like if you're looking for music for your meditation time or your quiet moments, it's there. Just go to YouTube and subscribe. Take advantage of that. Our outdoor pantry, it's in need of a refill. I dropped off a few things out there this morning. If you're not familiar with our pantry, it is just outside the door here on the Greenville Avenue side. We put food in there on a regular basis, and those folks who have needs come by and take advantage of that. It's always in need of a refill, so we know that it's a great service that's being provided. So thank you all who've been so gracious in providing food for that, for the pantry. Just one thing about that, if you're gonna bring food, bring it in containers or packaging that is easily accessible, like pop tops or easy tear open individual servings. because quite frankly, some of the folks that are taking advantage of that do not have access to electric can openers or even microwaves, and so they need to be able to access that food on an ongoing basis. So if you do that, we really would appreciate it. And thank you for your gifts, and we look forward to the ones that are yet to come. We are continuing our series of guest speakers in this interim period while our search for a new spiritual leader goes on. And we have back with us this morning, I was going to say an old person, one of our regular speakers, not one of our old speakers, one of our regular speakers, Reverend Veronica Valles. She's going to be doing our meditation this morning and also our lesson for today. So let's welcome her. Okay, Reverend Veronica. I could have said, oh, she knows I love her, so. All right. We are a tithing church here at Unity on Greenville. We share what gifts come to us in several ways. One is the Unity Worldwide Ministries. We tithe to them because of the services that they provide for us, and we show our gratitude in that way. Also, we support the Stew Pot, which does an amazing job in the community. If you're a newspaper reader like mine, you know that the Dallas Morning News did this big story on the Stew Pot this past week, and all the ways that they help people in need. We as a church, as a community, support the Stew Pot. We also support the Daily Word publication, which brightens the lives of so many folks. Even folks who are not involved in the Unity movement really benefit from having access to the Daily Word. So we support that as well. And so your gifts that you make here enable us to provide other services, not only for this community of our own, but in other areas. So thank you for your gifts, and you have multiple ways in which you may give. They are on the screen. You can do it electronically at Zelle, or you can go to our dallasunity.org, click on the donate button, and make your electronic gift there. You can also text it through the Titherly gift button. You can also, that wonderful little scan me at the bottom, you can scan it and make your gift that way too if you would like. The old-fashioned way, snail mail, write a check, the address is on the screen, and drop it in the mail. No matter how you do it, thank you. If this is a place where you are spiritually fed, renewed, refreshed, considering making a gift. We'd appreciate it. And at this time, we'd like to express our appreciation for those gifts. The gifts that we've already received, and anticipating the ones that are yet to come our way so that we can bless others. And that blessing is on the screen. Won't you say it with me? Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. With gratitude, we commit to using our gifts for good. We commit to using our gifts for good. And now the daily word for today. I'm over 35, so I use glasses. You guys are chuckling, but I'm only slightly over 35. The word for today is wholeness. It is January 7th, 2024. The affirmation is, wholeness is my nature and the truth of my life. I see myself whole, complete, and as a living expression of God. My thoughts fill my consciousness with the divine idea of wholeness. My words affirm this wholeness. Through my actions, I bless the life energy in my body with the right balance of exercise, rest, and nutrition. I live from my wholeness even if I experience illness. I may receive treatment, but I do not consider myself weak or diseased. I move through every health challenge with faith, grace, trusting the experience has come to pass. I remember wherever I am, whatever may be happening, life is always seeking to express through me, to restore my awareness of wholeness, which is and will always be my true spiritual nature of being. And the scripture for today is from Luke, the 11th chapter and the 34th verse. Your eye is the lamp of your body. If your eye is healthy, your body is full of light. But if it is not healthy, your body is full of darkness. And now let's repeat our affirmation together. Wholeness is my nature and the truth of life. And now we will have our opening prayer, and Sandra De La Cruz is our prayer chaplain for today. Sandra will do our opening prayer, and if you would like prayer after the service today, someone will be available at the back of the sanctuary to pray with you. Following Sandra will be our morning meditation led by Reverend Veronica.
Good morning. As we prepare for prayer, if you so choose, you may close your eyes. As we prepare, let us come and leave all that we were doing before we came here. Let's just put that aside for now. And let us open our hearts to receive prayer. Today, as we begin this new year, let us remember that God is in the midst of us. That God is available to us. We only need to open our hearts to receive. Let us remember and affirm that we are children of God. And that we are whole, and that we have strength, we have love, we have peace. Let us greet today all those that we see, knowing that we are children of God, that every smile that we give is a gift, and every smile that we receive is also a gift. Let us know that we can share our gifts with others with kindness, with compassion, knowing that we are also recipients of those gifts. With this prayer, we know that it is so, and so it is. Amen.
So I invite you just to take a deep breath into this beautiful consciousness established. The awareness of the indwelling presence revealing itself as wholeness. And take in our two words of renew and restore. Allow every breath, the inhalation, to renew you. So breathe in and feel the renewing energy of the breath, which is a life's source that is God, breathing in through and as you exhale, letting go of all that must be let go, so you may restore. Another deep breath in, renew. And then exhale, restore. And in that rhythmic dance of the divine, allow yourself just to make sure that there are no remnants of the past lingering, But if there are, just attend and befriend all that is there. But in that exhale, just letting go, trusting that God has all of this. Breathe in, renew. Breathe out, restore. And for the next few minutes, follow that dance of renewing, restoring, allowing wholeness to be revealed right here, right now. Breathing in, renew. Breathing out, restore. Not only feeling lighter and brighter, but stronger. In harmony with the laws of life. And whatever arises, just allow it to be there. No judgment. But breathe in, deep into that renewing energy. And as you breathe out, feeling the restoration. At any time, in any place, you may simply bring your awareness to your breath so that you may renew, restore, and remember the truth of who you are. The divine, so uniquely and perfectly incarnated in, through, and as you. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, just slowly bring in your attention and your awareness to this holy now. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes, feeling renewed and feeling restored.
Turn my eyes away from darkness. Turn my face toward the sun. From the anguish I will run to the place where I know hope resides for everyone. So I think better days are coming. Better days, I do believe. And the troubles I've seen in the world will one day be a distance. Shine the light, shine the light. Turn on your love light, let it shine. Shine a beacon in the night. As I think, then I feel. As I feel, then I become. I'm aligned with the truth and the one, so my light is shining like the sun. Take my hand, let's cross on over. Cross over to the other side. Leave the comfort of home, leave my pride. I will turn to look into my brother's eyes. Shine the light, yeah. Turn on your love light. Let it shine, shine a beacon in the night. Shine the light, shine the light. Turn on your love light. Let it shine a beacon in the night, in the night. Shine a beacon in the night. Shine the light, shine the light.
Oh, give her more. You gotta give her more. Come on, you gotta give her more. That is exquisite. Thank you, Rachel. Wow. Did you feel that? And even sitting right next to it's even better. So next time, get up close, all right? So I'm Reverend Veronica Valles. It's so beautiful to be here again. Happy New Year. All right, good to see everyone. And we are going to do a meet and greet in a way that you're comfortable. Because there's a whole lot of interesting incarnations of the divine as bacteria and viruses right now, all right? And like I share with the kids at school, share the hugs, not the bugs. So if you need some space, just raise your hands in the namaste, greet each other mindfully, and then I'll round you back in. We're going to have a conversation about attend and befriend our feelings, and then the white stone ceremony. So just for a few moments, gather, hug, say hello. Be mindful of your space. And slowly start coming back because we can have deeper conversations after the service. I love the energy. Come on back.
Good morning, y'all. Happy Sunday.
We can wave at those online. Thank you so much. Good morning, good morning. Feel the love. Happy New Year. All right. So when we come up with talk titles, it's usually about a month to 6 weeks out. And my friend Sarah Sampson, who is the director of the Dallas Movement Collective, I saw this post on Facebook, and I just thought it was so beautiful. So I'm going to read what she posted and why I chose this as a topic, and then we will move into the White Stone ceremony. But this was, a month before New Year's. The Dallas Movement Collective, they do ecstatic dance and music and healing work. People in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. We're all invited, though. I haven't been in a while. But it's a great group. I used to, do the ecstatic dance. But she's a beautiful writer and a beautiful soul and what she's bringing. But she wrote, this was a month before, the New Year. She said, I'm already over it. We have a bit over a month left in this year, and I'm already seeing the ploys and messaging for self-improvement. Ways to sculpt my body, develop my mind, deepen my spirituality. The game of playing upon our never enoughness to feed more consumerism. She says, as I curate this month's offering, I'm feeling clear that these are not spaces to make anyone better. I'm not interested in feeding narratives that we need anything at all to slip into our inherent wholeness and worthiness. However, I'm deeply fascinated with carving spaces for ourselves to attend and befriend all that is here, all we are digesting and carrying, space to feel, to move what wants to be moved, to lay to rest what needs to rest, and room to allow our creative, wild, intuitive nature to unfurl together. And then she has a quote by Oriah Mountain Dreamer. What if the question is not why am I so infrequently the person I really want to be, but why do I so infrequently want to be the person I really am? Great quote. And so as we begin this new year and we have set our intentions, now I'm in the over 35 club too. We'll add some decades. But I remember my 20s and 30s, especially going through a long-term illness, when the identification was to belong and to be loved had to be something outside of us. I needed to wear certain clothes or look a certain way or do a certain thing, or I'm just not worthy. And to address that, it is that understanding from a spiritual perspective, that law of love, first of all. The law of love is that the oneness that is God, the absolute, whatever way that you experience the divine, is seeking to express itself and does so in the fulfillment of your individual incarnation. So that everything that's true about the micro, your life, is the macro expressing. That's the law of love. And so in order for us not to buy into what consumerism tells me we should be or shouldn't be, do or not do, like my mom's 82, but she's stylish. She still dyes her hair. I let mine go gray because I'm just lazy, but she looks fabulous. And every once in a while, my father's like, you need to dress your age. And she's like, I am. And her sassiness, because she's not going to buy into that you are this and you must look like this. You are that, so you must go do that. And that's a point of self-love and self-acceptance. To step into your authentic nature of who you are. Because if we truly believe that there's this presence that we call the divine, God, whatever way you understand it, and it's seeking to reveal itself, and it had a need to be you, then be you. Fabulously, perfectly you. So the part with the human experience in attending and befriending, which are phrases we use in mindfulness for our feelings. We allow all feelings to arise in mindfulness. Everything is welcome. We allow it to be present, and whatever needs to be revealed is revealed, and we allow it to flow in a natural way. But the attending and befriending is paying attention. Am I authentically expressing because this is how I love to be in the world? Or am I living somebody else's vision? So I was at the post office. I needed to get some stamps to send out my donor letters for my ministry. And this woman comes in, and she's older, and she had this fabulous skirt on, all right? And she had this box, and she stands next to me, and there's a woman at the counter who has like a jean skirt on with like little ruffle things at the end. She goes, oh, what a beautiful skirt. I'm like, yeah, even though I'm not a skirt wearer, I like pants and jeans, but I'm like, yeah, absolutely beautiful. She goes, I sew, and I like to sew, and I like making things for myself. She goes, but I grew up in a way where I wasn't actually allowed to express myself. And I grew up, and then she turns around and she goes, and I grew up, and she goes, and did you know that the Bible has two stories of creation? That it wasn't just God creating man, God created man and women in its image. I'm like, yeah, I know that. She goes, well, I didn't know that till I was 69. She goes, and I lived my whole life believing that. And I listened to people telling me I couldn't, love myself because that was selfish. I was number 8 out of 11 kids. There was no way that we could have self-care. And it was a fascinating conversation because I was kind of like inviting her, just like, continue to step into your power. And she's like, I love that you already know this, But it's like she was not in her own mind, because of the culture she grew up in, to be her authentic self, to understand her own divinity and power. And so think of it in your life, is this still happening now? Are there places in my life that I'm not attending and befriending my feelings? I'm not allowing myself to express wholly and perfectly as I am, or I'm allowing judgment from the outside world affect how I am showing up? Am I diminishing my light, or am I shining my light? Am I living from wholeness, or am I living from brokenness? And to do the work, it's without judgment for yourself, because that's a place of self-love. Here I am in this moment of awakening. Here are the thought patterns, or society, or the way the culture has been. And I've allowed myself to be in that experience, but right now in this moment, I'm allowing myself to embrace my full expression and the wholeness that is God that's seeking to reveal itself. So when we attend and befriend our feelings, we're not driven by external circumstances, consumerism, materialism, cultures that say you can be this and you can't be that if you're a man or a woman, or everything that is, expressing right now. We're allowing and inviting the wholeness of who we are in every moment to express, which is God. So we attend and befriend the feelings, we allow what is present in the moment, then we embrace who we are. And this is where we align in that law of one. When we understand the unification process in prayer is that my life is a life from which this divine light is seeking to express itself. There's no separation. There's no God, infinite presence there, and then me, right? Because then you're outside the circle, and you can't be outside the circle. You are the center of the universe from which Spirit expresses as you uniquely. There is nobody else that's like you, and stop trying to be like anybody else. I try to remind my nieces and nephews and the kids at school, you are authentically, perfectly who you are. Yes, there may be things we want to shift. That's okay. But if you do it from a place of love and kindness, of evolution and growth, of learning and expanding, and not diminishing your light because somebody wants to put you in this little category here, or they don't understand. Because I've always been the one in my family, Miss Metaphysical, Miss Stargazer, Miss, all about, the different traditions in the universe. And so I've always been like a little over here. And the invitation is when you allow yourself to be you, you don't diminish your light. You don't hide from who you are. And you gather around people who love and support you exactly and perfectly as your unique incarnation.
Yes.
We get to mirror to each other a life lived consciously. All right? And to embrace the truth. And for those who are on a different path, we honor that path, but we do not allow their path to interfere with our love, our growth, our wholeness. We can see the wholeness in them. So we attend and befriend our feelings. We allow them to be there. We embrace our expression. And then we are always aligning as spiritual beings having this human experience, because who am I? Is a question we always ask. We are the I am that I am. That God presence. We are that little drop of the infinite ocean. That drop of the ocean is everything that the ocean is. It's a drop, but there's the whole ocean, but you can't be separate from it. So all the divine qualities, especially when we move into the stone ceremony, all these divine qualities are already present in your life. What you're attuning to is what is seeking in this year and this moment to reveal itself even deeper or stronger or more expansive. So we activate this universal law by understanding our human experience, but we are guided in that ever evolving understanding that the consciousness that we call love, the oneness, is expressing as us, and it's unlimited, so that we're not stagnant. That we don't get to the end of our life with regrets. that we have lived fully and joyously, and that we navigate the difficult, which is the attend and befriend in mindfulness, because difficult emotions are going to arise. This planet can be challenging, right? So we just got to be present to it and allow ourselves. So I was on a Zoom call with friends where, we're navigating the loss of a dear friend a month ago, and, two of the friends were like just weeping. I'm like, yes, allow that. Allow the sadness. Allow the love. Allow the challenges to grow you, and then allow yourself to be supported by people who love you. So in the acceptance of who we are, this is the creative process that's unfolding, because Spirit has a need for your highest good to always be present and evolving, all right? So as we move into this stone ceremony, the invitation is that deep is calling upon deep. That you're being called to listen. What is seeking to be lived out in your life this year? The divine is called upon itself to be you, as you. Perfectly. To acknowledge any thoughts or belief systems that are still present, because trust me, they'll still be present. We are not perfect. We will die, and I pray at an old age, still with things that we're working on, but just allow yourself to feel the presence of love as your life. Because with this white stone ceremony, which is new for me, and I love that, Unity does that we are, declaring the spiritual identity for the year. So let me shift into the white stone ceremony, but just remember this about the attend and befriend. Attend and befriend all that is present. Allow it. Embrace it. Align in your spiritual truth of who you are. When you are having very human moments and experiences, call on your prayer chaplains or a friend who will know the truth for you as you move through the difficult emotions or expression or experience that you're having. Right? And accept who you are. Accept that you are, no matter what you heard growing up, no matter what you hear on the TV, no matter what you hear from politics, that you are perfect, whole, and complete as you are right here, right now. Because Spirit had a need to be you, expressed as you, in, through, and as you. And you will notice how your life will shift, how it will deepen you and strengthen you and remind you. And in the process, you can forgive all that has been said to you, that has stayed with you all these years, because we released it last week. We will continue to release it, because it's not just New Year's. And that we step into the truth of who we are. That we dance the way they dance at the Dance Movement Collective, Dallas Movement Collective. That we move and we groove into who we are. So with the white stone ceremony, this is new for me, because I'm going to read from what I got from Unity. This is beautiful. It said, a freed prisoner in ancient Rome received a white stone as proof of his right to a new beginning. We're not prisoners, though, okay? The white stone symbolized a clean slate, and every new moment is an opportunity for me to begin again with a clean slate. Turning within for guidance, you can initiate change in your life right now and become the person you want to be. So apparently this comes from Revelation. It says, I will give a white stone, and on the white stone is written a new name that no one knows except the one who receives it. And that the metaphysical interpretation of Revelation 2:17 is, as we activate our intuitive wisdom by paying attention to high spiritual teachings and making them practical. Eat the hidden manna, it says. We tap into the extraordinary us, our divine nature, and become aware of our true spiritual divinity. That's the white stone. That's what it represents, which transforms our human personality into its higher, more spiritual essence, the true nature of who we are. That is your new name. So just, I don't know if when you were a child, like with baptism and confirmation, but it's confirmation in the Catholic Church, you're given a new name. You're given, like mine's Teresa. And then if you go into ceremony, like in Buddhist cultures, you're given a new name. And then also within Hindu traditions, you're given a name. This is your spiritual identity. So before we begin this ritual, which would be just a very brief meditation, because now you're going to tune in. We've cleaned the slate. Does everybody have a white stone? And I want to share about these white stones, and thank you, Sandra, for giving this to me. It says the Jerusalem stone, or white stones, it says, it actually comes from a quarry near Bethlehem and Hebron. So the stone actually comes from Israel. And any name or word of inspiration that comes to you may be written on your white stone. It is to serve as guidance for you throughout the following year. So the first thing that we go, I already wrote on my stone. But do you have your stone now?
Yes.
The first thing I would actually invite us to do is actually to radiate peace to Israel, from which this stone came. That ancient culture, the land of so much wisdom, that from our hearts we radiate peace for all. All. Every tradition, every faith, every person, child, woman, man, peace. That the peace that is God and that the light that is God reveals itself in harmony. So we radiate that out. And now the invitation is, with your eyes closed, keep the white stone in the palm of your left hand and place your right hand over it. And take a slow, deep breath. As you breathe in, slowly exhale. Let's do 3 of those. Take another deep breath in. Slowly release, exhale. Another deep breath in. Exhale. Remember, a name means the nature of something. And in this case, it means the nature of your spiritual identity. Ask yourself quietly, what is the one word or short phrase that will inspire me, keep me focused, and move to action this year? What is the one word that will inspire me, keep me focused, and move to action this year? And just listen. And take another slow, deep breath. As your lungs fill with this holy breath, now exhale slowly. And just think of 1 or 2 words that describe your highest spiritual essence. Be love, joy, beauty, wisdom, harmony, peace, strength, oneness, wholeness. Whatever it is, just listen. And don't force the name of your chief spiritual quality to appear. Just allow it to surface from the depths of your heart and soul. Just remain open to whatever comes to you through your inner awareness from your higher self. Whatever spiritual quality you decide will represent how you intend to express your highest divine essence. If it hasn't arrived, you may choose to change it. It may arrive later, or you may choose to change it later. But whatever comes to you today can be modified or changed depending on the guidance you receive from the still small voice of your higher self. So breathe in. Breathe out. Listen. When you are ready, you may open your eyes. Now, if you're sure at a deep level of knowing that this is the highest quality of your spiritual essence, you may write it on the stone. But if you need more time, keep the stone with you and write your name on the stone as soon as you know. And you're going to reflect on that name that came to you and the significance of it for the year. Place it in a prominent location, it says, to remind yourself of the extraordinary divine nature that you are. Repeat it. This is your mantra. Mine's in my pocket right now. May go on my altar, may stay in my purse. You decide. So take a moment and write your name, that quality, that new spiritual name on a stone. And when you're done, you don't have to show it to anybody, but just raise your hand so I know that you're done, so I can give you enough time.
Do we have 2 names?
You can have 2 names, whatever calls you.
Thank you.
Double-sided, whatever calls you. There are no rules and regulations for this. And if you're done, just hold the stone and notice how it makes you feel. Because these divine qualities are frequencies. We always say change your thinking, change your life, but it's really the frequency of the feeling that we're shifting. We'll talk about that another time. And we're not going to share our stones, even though there's this part of me that wish I could, because it's supposed to be for you. Because I always like to acknowledge and celebrate. Anybody need more time? Raise your hand. Awesome. So take these stones, right? Take these stones and feel the frequency of this divine quality. Let it live as your life. Be this to the best of your ability. Know that it's your touchstone of truth to remind you of who you are. And that as we attend and befriend who we are, that we are spirits seeking to reveal as our unique incarnation. Remember that all that you are, God is. And allow it to flow. Allow the vibration and frequency of the spiritual name to guide you, to remind you, because trust me, I have my human moments. I'm not perfect, all right? That's what I tell the kids, Miss V can have her judgment, and I'm aware, but allow your feelings to be there, but allow your spiritual name to guide you. And to remember, in those times that you forget your truth, have someone that's there to remind you, to mirror to you who you are. So that when we go out in the world, no matter what the world wants to reveal to us, we know that there's a power greater than all of the conditions, all of the chaos, all of that seeking to, bring us into lower consciousness, and we stand in these vibrations of the spiritual name that we are. And allow your light to shine. So close your eyes, take that word into your heart. I'm going to pray us out, because I know that right here, right now, that which I call God, the divine essence and presence, that oneness, that one power, one presence, that one reality that makes itself known is indeed perfect, whole, and complete in through and as all of life. These divine patterns of our lives are absolutely that way Spirit reveals itself, that each one of us is a unique incarnation of the living God. And that these divine qualities and spiritual names that have been downloaded today, that have been revealed from the higher self, from the highest source that is God, that this is the true power of our beingness, the true light of our lives, the way that love is seeking to reveal itself, joy is seeking to shine, peace is seeking to be here, all that is present is God. And so I just know and affirm and declare that each person here and all that they are seeking to reveal in their lives, all their intentions, their joy of their being, the abundance in their life, the good, the love, the harmony, all that is revealed with ease and with grace. And when the world wants to take us down a different path, we stand in the truth that this path that is being created with these stones lead us to that inner light, that inner truth, the inner wholeness, the inner revelation that God is always present here. And that we live and move and have our being in this truth. So I give thanks to the divine. I give thanks to the allness. I give thanks to the beloved teacher, Jesus. I give thanks to every single aspect and awareness of God that is revealed right here, right now, that it is amplified, multiplied, it is beauty in the world, and that we can stand together in this truth. No matter what the world wants to tell us, we stand together in this truth of the wholeness that is God revealed. So I am just knowing that each person here is blessed, and that they are a blessing, and that their light shines. It is never diminished, and that they remember to renew and restore, and they remember who they are, and that we can see with the eyes that see God. Only God. Always God. And to to allow the good to reveal moment to moment, breath by breath, step by step. So let's take a deep breath in. Just breathe it into that spiritual name, that divine quality, that frequency that is alive as is, and just know that as we take this out into the world, not only are we beneficial presence, but we are the way that presence gets to reveal itself. So I call it all good. Not only this time in each person, but all that is revealed, all that is healed, all that is restored, all that is renewed, and in joyful anticipation of all the good that's already in the mind of God is already so, but making its way into our lives, I celebrate that now, elevating our consciousness and demonstrating a life lived from this deep place of truth. Let's take a deep breath in. As we exhale, call it good, and we allow it to be, and let's affirm it together by saying, and so it is.
Wednesday morning, the middle of the week, there's something that I need. Connection to love, sitting quietly and I drink my cup of tea. It feels just like the whole world's in a restless state. But I got a secret, it's there when I wake, when I wake. It's lifting me higher, spreading like fire, from my head down to my toes, yeah. Love is a magnet, a powerful cannon, sounding loud across the globe, yeah. Hey, it's a magnet of love overload, a strange phenomenon. When I hear that bell and I lose myself, it's brilliant, it's clear, finding this zone of sin and the state I'm in, even though I'm surrounded by rebels and fools. With my magnet of love, it's a transforming tool, yeah. It's lifting me higher, spreading like fire, from my head down to my toes. My love is a magnet, a powerful cannon, sounding loud across the globe. 'Cause it's a magnet of love, magnet of love, magnet of love overload.
Yeah. Great. Thank you, Rachel. And thank you, Veronica. Fresh, renew, restore. What a electric way to get the new year off. Thank you. All right. I don't have to renew my gym membership now because I'm just perfect as I am. All right. Let's affirm our search for a new spiritual leader for here at Unity on Greenville. That affirmation is on the screen. Let's say it together. We embrace with love, joy, and harmony a creative and dedicated spiritual leader who will bring positivity and connection with our community at Unity on Greenville. So it is. We remind ourselves weekly about who we are as a community and why we are as a community, and that is reflected in part in our vision statement. And that vision statement is on the screen. Let's say it together. We see a world where every being lives in awareness of their sacred oneness and divine light. If you would like to have more information about Unity on Greenville or the Unity movement, you can go to our website, dallasunity.org, click on the Connect button. There you can leave questions that you'd like to ask. If you need prayer, you can leave a prayer request. If you'd like to receive our newsletter that comes to you electronically on a weekly basis, you can ask for that there as well. So dallasunity.org and click on the Connect button. And now let's stand and sing our peace song.
Yes, there is peace on earth. I know it begins in me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God, our Creator, united all are we. Now we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, there is peace on earth, for this is the moment now. With every step I take, I make this my joyous vow. I take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and I know it begins in me.
And now our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Have a wonderful week.